Donald F. and Trump seem to find himself in trouble all the time. All the time. And see, he's back in trouble again with Tanya Chuckin. Y'all remember her, don't you? Yeah, she's the woman that was going to lock him up in prison for the rest of his life for being an insurrectionist, treasonous traitor. You know, that was her. My only beef I ever had with her is the fact that she let him out on bond to begin with. She should have just kept him locked up in a prison cell the whole time. But anyway, yeah, she was the one that was going to lock him up in prison for the rest of his life. And anyway, he wound up getting back in the White House somehow, you know, and avoided that. But she gave the White House and the Department of Justice a court order that said, hey, we need you to expedite, speed up, quick, fast, and in a hurry. We want to see all the communications that you had with your cabinet there, with your Department of Justice and all, on your attempt at covering up the Epstein files. We want to see what y'all were talking about whenever you had that emergency meeting there with Cash Patel and Pam Blondie and J.D. Vance. I'm a real boy. All of those people, what you were talking about, and why that you want to cover it up so bad, they want to see that. And this comes from a FOIA request that was filed back in July. So she wants to see all that stuff just like everybody else does. Hey, even you, Team Taco, you fake-ass patriots, you want to see those communications too, don't you? To see why that he all of a sudden wanted to cover it up after he ran his entire campaign almost on telling y'all he's going to release it all. You want to see why that he changed his mind, don't you? I would if I was you. And I know right now y'all are saying that he's playing the 5D chess is what he's doing against the Democrats and that he's winning. Hey, look, I hate to break the news to you there, Team Taco, but he ain't even playing chutes and ladders. Okay? He's not even doing that. There ain't no 5D chess. That ain't happening there. And you're also saying that it's all Democrats, and that's what the 5D chess is, luring the Democrats in, setting a trap for them. And it's just going to expose all the Democrats. I just wanted to let you know for the zillionth time, even if that were true and it was 100% Democrats in those files, we still want to see them. Yeah, we want to expose our own. Whoever is on there, we want to know. We want to know. Yeah. You can't say the same thing about your orange Jesus, and that's because you're in an effing cult, okay? That's why. But anyway, it is a cover-up. And look, it just so happened that it's Tanya Chuckin again. It's almost like karma come back and bit him in his booty. See, and the thing is also, if you notice the Jack Smith, that Donald F. and Trump said that he was going to dict up on Jack Smith because Jack Smith had dicted up on him so many times. And he was going to go get him, charge him with some crimes and stuff. And the Jack Smith said, I would love that if you would do that, Donald F. and Trump, because then that would give me a golden opportunity to finally present my case to the American people of the evidence that I actually had on you, because they haven't seen it all. And that would give him the opportunity. But now then Donald F. and Trump's real quiet about going after Jack Smith for some reason, huh? But Jack Smith ain't done yet. He says he's going to go on a tour and go ahead and present that evidence anyway, you know, prosecute him with the general public as needed. So anyway, he hadn't been threatening up on charging him with any crimes anymore. And plus the other ones everybody can see is just, yep, trumped up charges. That's right. They're on the James Comey and the Letitia James getting thrown out of court, just like everything else that he's going to try to do when he goes and prosecutes his political opponents, because he's a failure and he's trying to make himself a dictator. And it ain't working because we do actually have the rule of law on our side and the Constitution there, Team Taco. So anyway, yeah, that right there is going to come back and bite him. Now, look, I know that y'all refuse to see that he's trying to cover this thing up because you think he's playing some 5D chess and everything, but I got a real simple question for you there, Team Taco, you fake-ass patriots. How many child sex predators do you know in your own personal circles there, in your own friend circles? How many do you know? I can tell you 0. I don't have 0. I got 0 is what I've got. None. I got none, not a one of them there. And I bet you can say the same thing. 0. Yeah, 0 is what you keep around in your friend circles there. Here's the problem that Krasnov has got. He had 4. 4 there. He's got that Ghislaine Maxwell, who he's currently basically dangling a pardon in front of, you know, for the silence that she's given. Gave her a puppy too. She's got her a puppy down there in that minimum security prison that she's in, and she's just leave anytime she wants and all that. A sweetheart deal is what she's got with a puppy. Anyway, so that was one of his besties there with the Jeffrey Epstein, another bestie. I guess who else was running in his friend circles and lived in Trump Tower? That would be Jean-Luc Brunel, who was also found dead in a jail cell in Paris. And guess who else was in his friend circle there? Yeah, John Casablanca, too, another sex trafficker there. So Donald F. and Trump had four. They have all gotten charged or dead. And he's talking about pardoning or commuting and stuff with the Ghislaine Maxwell and getting her sweetheart deals. So something tells me that Donald F. and Trump must be the fifth. And I think you know that, Team Taco. I think you know that. And I think it's all going to come out. No matter how much kicking and screaming he does, Tanya Chutkan's back on his case again. Ooh, boy, I know that hurts real bad. But she's back on his case again. And no matter how much squirming he does, I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this. Because, to tell you the truth, that Jeffrey Epstein Transparency Act is pretty ironclad for him. And the House Oversight Committee ain't going to let him just get away with it. Okay? Inmate Trump.